welcome. Today we are going to see about how we are detecting the malware using site channel information and machine learning technique. It is a very common thing, so you can use it for your papers also, or your project, or your assignment, whichever you are going to do. So here, what I am going to do is I am going to detect a malware using the site channel informations and machine learning technique methods. So they have used a lot of machine learning methods. So here I'm going to use MLP. Most commonly used is neural networks. So in neural networks, I have chosen MLP. And we all know about site channel information. So if you don't know, site channel information means it is nothing but if an attacker is attacking the system, most probably he will directly attack a folder or file. But side channel is that using our non-functionalities like your memory load, our core temperatures, core frequencies. So based on our physical chip values, he will get the information. So that is side channel information. So that allows an attacker to infer information about a secret by observing the memory load, core temperatures and core frequencies. So using these methods, we can detect a malware from a system. So in recent days, there is an increasing rate in the growth of malware in system. When an attacker is creating a software, he's indulging his malware also, so that when people downloading a system, they also get the malware is also installing, and people are unaware. So to detect that, detecting that and safeguarding ourselves is very necessary. So it's necessary, and let's see how we can do that. And Literate Survey, the first paper talks about a comprehensive review on malware detection approach. It's a very good paper. It talks about all the methods, all the attacks that that could be done using site channel information, and it's a very good paper. And in literature 2, it talks about the malware detection in an embedded system using a site channel signals. So they have used neural network for classifying. And in paper 3, it talks about 3D facial landmark localization. So using that also, it's an site channel information, again the site channel information from the 3D facial landmark localization. And in paper 4, it talks about SCADET, a site channel attack detection tool for tracking a prime plus probe attack. So it mainly talks about the SCADET detection tool. And in paper 5, it's using a timing-based side channels for anomaly detection in industry control system. In an industry, if anonymously any people logged in the system, so we can easily find out using the side channel information based on the heat produced or based on the memory storing, the RAM used. We can find out very easily. So for that, side channel information is very helpful, and that talks about, and everything has been talked about in paper 5. Next is the proposed methodology. The first thing we have very necessary is to create the dataset. Here the dataset is created using side channel information, as we know, and it's a labeled dataset. The dataset is available in IEEE's dataset hosting site Dataport. And it's a freeware software program called the HW Info has been used to collect the training and testing data. And also so it's and it consists of 132 features totally, but 58 samples only has been chosen, out of which 28 is harmful malware programs and 30 is benign programs. So next is the detection of malware. How we can detect the malware? First is we are giving the input to it. The data set, it could be an executable file, or it could be a DLL file, whatever files it could be. We are giving an input, and we are making the system program to run. So the program has been run, and next we are analyzing the features, and we are selecting the features as necessary. And after selecting, we are classifying it. We are training and testing, and we are making a decision that whether it's a malware or a benign program. Benign program is nothing but whether it's an unharmful program. Unharmful is benign program. It's a genuine program. So first here to run the program, I have selected the behavior based model. So when a program is running, I am choosing whether this I am analyzing the behavior of the program. To analyze the behavior of the program, there are various methods like automatic analysis using a sandbox, or monitoring of system calls, or monitoring of file changes, comparison of registry snapshots, monitoring network activities, and extensive process monitoring. So I am detecting the malware using these. Okay, so they're using these many techniques. I have a mistake here. I'm changing. Okay, fine. So these many techniques I can. So I can detect I can detect whether it is detect the behavior. After detecting the behavior, very important is that we have to extract the characteristics. So extracting the characteristic, whether that after using the program, it depends on every program. So you have to extract the characteristics, and next is to sort and classify. Here for classification, I have used MLP. MLP is nothing but a neural network. It consists of an input layer and many hidden layers, and an output layer. So many hidden layers that consists of hidden layer consists of in that hidden layers we can train the program, and we can also test. And when an output is when we get an output, we can say that the output is an malware or an Benning program. So I'm concluding by telling that when we can detect by first we are giving it as an input, we are giving the input, and we have finding the behavior of the program. After finding the behavior of the program, we are classifying it into whether it's a malware or an Benning program. So in that way we can detect the programs. Thank you for watching. If you find this video useful, please give a like button, and please do comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.